Okay, so game 2 on Ascension. Are BCs someone's asking about if BCs are inefficient for defense. Sometimes I feel like they're very good for defense, right? Because the thing is, Ling Ultra will actually clear anything that you put at a base to try to hold it, right? Like if they send Ling Ultra. But BCs actually will kill everything that's sent over time. So it's kind of a set it and forget it defense where you can just kind of hold position and they will kill everything. So sometimes I do use them defensively. I just kind of do whatever I feel is correct at a given moment. I mean, there's so many different situations that can happen. Yeah, these are qualifier replays for anyone wondering. Okay, so this is game 2. I did lose that game 1 on Polypoid. Ascension, I don't have as much practice on, but I had some ideas about what I wanted to do. Like, for instance, if he went 3 base, like 3 hatch play.
Zealous89 donated $3.33. Artosis is a poop head. This message has been approved by Protoss Gang.
Thanks. So the two main ideas I had for this, because I played well enough in game 1 that I was like, okay, he's going to take me seriously here. So idea 1 was if he went any sort of 3 hatch play, I was going to go a Valkyrie opener. Valkyrie bio, right? Where you rush into a Valkyrie. Against 3 hatch, I'm pretty good at that.
The real Apotheosis 92 donated $20. If the Africa people don't give Scan a burrito, he better ask for better working conditions. BTW, Rush vs Snow G1 really highlighted the imbalance of TVP. He got so much done with vultures.
Yes. Thank you, Apotheosis. It's it was a good day. I think Rush played amazingly in the wild cards, even though, you know, something went wrong there. Thank you, man. Thank you for the big tip. Everyone should check out the ASL wildcard match. Definitely worth your time. Okay, so yeah, that was one of my ideas, was I would go Valkyrie Rush if he went into 3 hatch play. And my other idea was actually going 11 racks, 13 racks if he went quick pool. Because I didn't want to screw around on this map against Zergling aggression. Because I don't have good Sim Cities set up for the map because it's not a ladder map. I don't play it that much. I've only really played some practice games against Scan here. So anyways, let's take a look at this replay. You can see it's not a very long game. So, see, he's going quick pool and gas. I get down there and scout him and see that, okay, this is a quick pool and gas. Obviously, he's going to be going for quick Zergling speed. And I went for that quick second barracks, like I mentioned. Notice where his Overlord is. I try to not show him. Notice how I'm sending some Marines up there. So, he doesn't actually have vision that I have 2 barracks. This is 1 barracks production. And at this point, because I scouted the gas first, and I have 2 SCVs here, I would imagine that he's thinking that there's either like a command center building or a factory. But not entirely sure what he's thinking, obviously. So you can see he's actually going super fast lurker here. And I went 2 Firebat. So basically my concept here was, okay, Stim is almost done, and I waited for 2 medics and then 2 Firebats, because I don't know how many lings he's making, but since he sees me on small amount of bases...
Donated $3.33. Serious question, Artosis. Have you ever witnessed a PVZ build called the Oven? It involves a fast scout to Arbiter.
No, never heard of this. Thank you, though. Sounds like the stove. Okay, so, here, I thought to myself, okay, like, I have a nice base layout overall. I can defend well against counterattacks by making a Firebat. So I made a Firebat and a Marine, and notice where I rallied them. I rallied them up here, so my SCVs can just run interference, and they can hold any counters. And then I have enough Firebats. If you have 2 Firebats, 2 medics, and how many Marines is this? 8? You're going to crush anything at this point in the game. The only thing that's really going to stop you is Sunkens. And I'm pretty comfortable in this type of position playing like a 1 base play. Because, again, I get cheesed so fucking much on the ladder every single day that I actually have more experience with this than what a 2,500 player will have, right? So yeah, I felt pretty comfortable in this position, honestly. He came in with the counterattack. The SCVs helped fight. That was it. Cleared it. Came here, saw the lurker egg, just stim past. GG. Right? As he's going lurker, and I simply put some Marines out front, double bunker, turret. That's it. And I already have range as well, so it's just silly. GG. All right. And then there's game 3. I think you guys will like game 3. I think you'll appreciate game 3. So game 3 is on Eclipse. BTB, are you here in the chat? We have BTB here right now. Okay, so Eclipse, I'm just planning on playing my standard style because I did good enough game 1. And yeah, like in between, like Scan was waiting. He finished his match pretty quick, and I had a 34-minute first game. So like I sent him the replays as I was playing because I figured he'd play this guy next if he beat me. And Scan said, "Oh, it's Eclipse. You have a good chance to beat him here." You know, he said it's doable. So I was like, it kind of reinforced. I'm like, okay, let's just play my standard play. Okay. Come up and scout, just checking out that gas timing, and I realized, okay, this is because I saw a drone leave as I came in and no drone showed up down here, so I know that this is 3 hatch at 3 different bases, right? And so I was considering what to do. At first I was thinking, should I do my Valkyrie opener because I like that against 3 hatch, and then I thought, but it's 3 hatch at 3 base, so the Valkyrie opener is like, it's not bad, but it's going to be really hard in the later portion of the game. I wanted to be a bit more aggressive, like put a bit more pressure on, I guess, instead of play like a very defensive opener, like a Valkyrie opener. So I just double check with the SCV that he's here, send my SCV back. No biggie. At home, standard opener for me. I like against builds like this, where they take a 3rd base very, very quickly, like before gas. I like to just do a Marine medic move out to make sure they have sunkens at both locations. Just kind of force them into that. And of course, I'm playing kind of safe too. A lot of people who play like this will make a bunch of lings behind it as well. Just go Inspire. There's my first comstat. This is how I generally play it, is I make 1 comstat because the Overlord, here, look, can check if there's a comstat here. So by not making it, you make it them think it's more likely, and especially the bunker as well, by the way. Making the bunker is a tricky thing as well. Notice how I'm keeping a bunch of units back. But you make them think it's more likely it's something like an eBay rush, where you're just getting like very quick +1, right? And then you won't have a move out. So this can trick them a little bit. But anyways, I decided to make like 3 medics before the move out, because that you can bust sunkens a lot easier. Like if there's 2 sunks, I'll bust it super easy with 3 medics here. So I'm moving out. 10 Marines. Doing my scans. He has 3 sunks here. I come over this side. I didn't scan here. Oh, 2 sunks. Okay, get out. Okay. All good. Okay, and I scanned right then. I see the mutas popping, and I see him start an evolution chamber. And I've already started my factory. I start my factory at like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So now my brain is racing. I'm like, okay, this is very clearly Crazy Zerg. This is not going to be anything else. The evolution chamber this quick makes it so that there is not really a question in my mind. And the thing is, it's pretty popular on this map because the fourth base is a little bit hard to take, right? So people don't like Defiler on this map as much as they love Crazy Zerg on this map. So I start to plan in my head. I'm like, okay, how am I gonna approach this? And I was thinking about my various ideas that I have right now about like, okay, do I just go into the timing? I don't think that's gonna work. It doesn't really work anymore to just mass up on 2-1 and go. So I decided, you're gonna see in a second here, I decided to go nukes. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's optimize my nuke build. I've been thinking about it a lot. You know, like BTB brought it up, which is why I was asking about him. And I've done it a few times. You guys have seen me do nuke builds against this type of things a few times. And each time I've done it, it hasn't really worked. But every time I've done it, I've learned what's good about it and what's bad about it. So I super optimized this on the fly. Because again, like the thing is, I play StarCraft and you guys see almost every single game of StarCraft that I play because I stream it and I play very little at night, but my brain is always going about StarCraft. Like I'm always thinking, like when I'm on train rides, when I'm laying in bed at night, when I wake up in the morning, I'm kind of like thinking about the game, and I've been kind of going over concepts in my head for how to do this. So, and I came up with some of this in the game. Here are some of the ways that I optimized this build, right? So I decided to not do any previous move outs because I wanted the maximum amount of Marines and medics. I decided also to go only one engineering bay. See my second gas? My second gas is pretty late here because I'm trying to get as many minerals as possible. Also, I have the 2 starport, but I only go 1 vessel here. Because what do you need? Because your opponent, like, you don't need the detection at all. But if you don't make any vessels, first off, your opponent might be really like, what the hell is going on? Also, the D matrix is really important for the ghost. Okay? Like, if the ghost gets picked off while he's trying to nuke, you're done. That's it. So really, like, and the thing is, we saw, like, for instance, when Nada did this against Larva years and years ago, he went double vessel and stuff. But I'm like, you know what? No, I need 1 D matrix. Trying to just optimize minerals here, get as many Marines as possible. I'm also only on 1 engineering bay. I decided to just go directly into +2 attack armor. Don't care, because this, whenever I've used this build, it's really hard if they live to go into another portion of the game, because you're sitting here with like 1 comsat, your irradiates are late. You know, it's, what are you gonna do? Make BC tech now? Like, what's that gonna look like? You already have made some ghosts. You've already spent a ton on nukes. So I decided to just basically make this an all-in nuke. Like, just nuke and try to kill. Okay? So I go up to 7 racks, I want to say. See, I'm killing this as the covert ops is making. And notice I'm trying really hard to zone them out. Okay, I have a good amount of turrets. I have 4 turrets here at the natural. There you can see. I've got the turrets here. And I've got a big group of Marines here as well as turrets. So I'm kind of zoning them out from seeing what I'm doing. The science facility is down here on purpose. +2 has started. There's my single vessel. And it's time to add barracks. I'm done SCV production. Here comes the nuclear. And I'll immediately get optic. This is one that I learned very painfully. You need the ghost sight, like the ghost vision range upgrade. Yeah, you need that because it makes the nuke launch from way further back. Okay, so here's my ghosts. Nuke is making.
Profane donated
Hotkey everything up.
If the ghost gets picked off when you're trying to nuke, you're done. President Harry S. Truman, 1945.
Yeah, this is why I make 2 ghosts. I make 2 ghosts and hotkey them with the vessel. And so then, you know, obviously you can either attack them with the vessel or just move command all of them so they don't shoot and give away that you have ghosts. But yeah, I'm kind of keeping them in the middle of the army. I have my 7 racks now. Let's go. That vision upgrade takes a long time, by the way. It's funny how long vision upgrades take. Okay, so as I get up here...
Nuclear launch detected.
As I get up here, by the way, I reset all my rallies up to here. Because I'm just going to kill him. Okay, so here's my nuclear launch detected. There's my D matrix. Let's go. Oops. No, come back. So satisfying. Okay, so here my +2 is starting, and I start a second nuke. Also, I lifted this because I was like, okay, let's go BC from here.
What?
That was my idea.
Oldman Cheer. X1050. I appreciate the content. Here is a fact tip.
Thank you. Thank you, Sadie's old man. Appreciate that. Okay, so here I'm like, okay, can I actually get up here? This is one of the hardest things to do. He has this hatchery that's kind of in the way, plus you're going up. And if he spreads this and attack moves in, it's going to be actually hard to kill him. So I decided to hold position 2 medics on the ramp and then go elsewhere. Because I am making another nuke. Right, so this here, you see how he pushes Sunkens? It's to push this off because a medic wall is really annoying for ultras to break through. Now, time for another nuke. Ready, guys?
Nuclear launch detected.
I had to watch it. Put the scan down. Okay, now. He's not going to go down without a fight. He does the counterattack. He's only got 9 drones, by the way. That is hilarious. My God. But he does have all these ultras. So here I'm like, okay, I just have to kind of block this, right? That's all I have to do. He has set this up, by the way. So I start to come back with this. And then I see how many Sunkens are there. I'm like, oh, God. That's actually so hard to break. It's so cost inefficient. If these are eggs full of ultras, I'll actually just lose my army. And of course, he had like 2 ultras left, so he's going to fucking kill my base at this point. Here, and don't forget, I don't even have my scanner. I had to re-land this to use the scan. Okay? Because you only have the 1 scanner, and he forced me to lift this off, and I'm trying to look for bases. I'm like, where is he? He has to have something else. Or he would have left the game, right? So throwing down some irradiates. And at this point, I'm like, okay, this hurts. I have very few workers. I have an okay army. What do I do? How do I actually win this game? And the clear answer is cloak for your ghosts, right? That's pretty obvious. That's pretty obvious. Guys in the chat knew that. That this is one of the things I have to spend my last gas on. Okay, so this little group comes over here. And I actually, look at this. I sent vessels over. I irradiate the overlords. Okay? Because I'm getting cloak. This is all important, guys.
Nuclear launch detected.
There we go. And the 3rd nuke lands. And no detection. Kill it. And at this point, I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But if we look at it, right, he's got just a small group of this. He has got, like, no units. He has 5 Zerglings and 4 Scourge, and that's literally it. GG. Yay! All right.